Being alone is not just an experience. It's an invitation to meet yourself. It's a mirror reflecting who you truly are when the noise of the world fades away. It's a canvas waiting for you to paint your thoughts, dreams, and fears without judgment. Being alone is both a sanctuary for the soul and a workshop for the mind, a place where magic happens if you allow it. Alone doesn't mean lonely. Think of solitude as a secret room in your mind, one that you rarely enter, but holds treasures waiting to be discovered. It's the space where your creativity takes flight, where your deepest thoughts are heard, and where you reconnect with the core of your being. Yet, in a world obsessed with connection, solitude can feel like a forgotten art. We fear being alone, not because it's unpleasant, but because we don't know how to be with ourselves. But what if we flipped the script? What if we saw solitude as an adventure instead of isolation? Being alone is freedom. Imagine stepping off a crowded train, the noise, the rush, the endless chatter, all gone. You stand on an empty platform, and for the first time, you hear your own breath. That's solitude. Being alone is freedom. It's freedom from expectations, from distractions, and from the relentless demand to be someone for others. When you're alone, there's no one to impress, no masks to wear. You can simply be. Being alone is freedom. It's freedom from expectations, from distractions, and from the relentless demand to be someone for others. When you're alone, there's no one to impress, no masks to wear. You can simply be. In these moments, you're free to explore your thoughts without interruption. What do you want? What do you believe? Who are you when no one's watching? These aren't easy questions, but they're the ones that matter. Freedom in solitude isn't just about breaking away from others. It's about breaking into yourself. It's the freedom to create, to dream, and to grow. Being alone is clarity. Think of your mind as a snow globe. Every day, life shakes it up. Emails, notifications, endless conversations, and the snow swirls endlessly. Solitude is when you set the globe down and let the snow settle. Suddenly, everything becomes clear. When you're alone, you can hear your own thoughts. The noise of the world fades, and your inner voice comes alive. It's in these quiet moments that you realize what truly matters to you. Maybe it's a dream you've buried under obligations, or a truth you've avoided facing. Great minds have always understood this power. Einstein once said, "I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity." Solitude isn't just a place for clarity, it's where breakthroughs happen. Whether it's solving a problem or finding peace with a decision, clarity thrives in the quiet. Being alone is power. Far from being a weakness, solitude is one of the greatest sources of strength. When you're alone, you realize you don't need external validation. You learn to stand on your own, to trust your instincts, and to build a relationship with the one person who will always be there, you. Picture this: a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble, shaping it into a masterpiece. Solitude is the sculptor, and you are the marble. Each moment alone is a stroke of the chisel, carving away distractions and revealing the strong, resilient person beneath. Great leaders, thinkers, and artists have drawn power from solitude. Look at Marcus Aurelius, who penned his meditations during moments of quiet reflection. Or J.K. Rowling, who conceived Harry Potter while riding a train, lost in her thoughts. Solitude isn't just where you find yourself, it's where you create yourself. Being alone is creativity. Ever notice how the best ideas often come when you're alone? Taking a walk, lying in bed, or staring out the window? That's no coincidence. Solitude is the birthplace of creativity. When you're alone, your mind is free to wander. It's like opening a door to a room filled with possibilities. Without interruptions, your thoughts can connect in unexpected ways. You start seeing solutions where there were only problems and beauty where there was once chaos. Virginia Woolf once said, "A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction." But this applies to everyone. We all need that room, a space to dream, to imagine, and to create. Being alone is healing. Life can be overwhelming. The demands, the drama, the constant pressure to keep up, it takes a toll. Solitude is the antidote. Being alone is like stepping into a quiet forest after a storm. It's where you breathe deeply, let the weight fall off your shoulders and heal. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone, justify your feelings, or perform for an audience. You just exist, and in that existence, you find renewal. Psychologists have found that solitude can lower stress, improve focus, and boost emotional well-being. It's not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Just like your body needs rest, your mind and soul need solitude to recharge. Being alone is connection. Ironically, being alone is the best way to truly connect with yourself, with nature, and even with others. When you take the time to understand your own thoughts and feelings, you bring a clearer, more authentic version of yourself into your relationships. Think of it this way: you can't pour from an empty cup. Solitude fills your cup, giving you the energy and insight to engage with the world in a meaningful way. Embracing solitude. So how can you embrace solitude? Start small. Take 5 minutes in the morning to sit quietly before the day begins. Go for a walk without your phone. Spend an evening journaling or meditating. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. You might even feel restless. That's normal. We're so used to constant stimulation that stillness can feel strange. But stick with it. Over time, you'll start to crave these moments of quiet. Remember, solitude isn't about cutting yourself off from others. It's about reconnecting with yourself. It's not about isolation, but integration. Integrating your thoughts, emotions, and desires into a cohesive whole. The joy of being alone. Here's the secret. Being alone is joyful. It's sitting on a beach at sunrise, listening to the waves crash without anyone interrupting your thoughts. It's dancing in your living room to your favorite song, unself-conscious and free. It's discovering a new idea, a new passion, or a new truth about yourself. Being alone is not about what you lack, but about what you gain. Clarity, creativity, strength, and joy. It's a celebration of the self, a reminder that you are enough. So the next time you find yourself alone, don't see it as a void to fill. See it as an opportunity, a chance to grow, to dream, and to be. Because in solitude, you don't lose the world, you rediscover yourself.